Hello. I think I'm not going to use this. Thank you for that kind introduction. Yeah, the thing is that I played at McDonald's. I played at this McDonald's in downtown Manhattan, which is a block away from Ground Zero. See, the picture tells the story. You don't need anything else, right? And then, you know, like 2 days later, I take the bus down to Washington, D.C. to perform at the Kennedy Center. So, you know, there's a little bit of a difference between, you know, I have a friend who says to me, like, Andrew, you perform your music in the most lowbrow venue in the United States of America, and then you just went and performed at probably the highest, or one of the highest brow venues in America, so it's a very strange life you have. I'm just going to say a quick word, and then I just want to play, you know. So I was just looking for a place when I finished music school and I moved to New York to just have an opportunity to play. That's it. And you know, I mean, especially in New York, I mean, there are barriers to I mean, it's just very difficult, and so many people are getting their work out there. And I read an article in a magazine, it's called New York Magazine, and it talked about the history of McDonald's in New York City. For instance, did you know there are 84 McDonald's in Manhattan? I didn't know that until then. And it said it's ranging everything from this little one in, you know, outer, you know, areas to this flagship, you know, fancy McDonald's with the grand piano in it. And I looked at this and I didn't even think about it. I just picked up the phone, called the place. They gave me the number of the owner. I called. The timing was amazing because the guy that normally played every Sunday had passed away like 3 months ago. They were looking. Well, that tells me about Poland, people in Poland, that you would laugh at something like that. I gave this speech in the Ukraine like 2 weeks ago. It was stone cold silence. So it was luck. And the thing is that, so I got this opportunity to play, and then, oh my God, it just took off like crazy. I mean, like, New York Times wrote the story, like, TV did the story, and I thought, okay, well, let me find other McDonald's with piano. So I ended up going to San Diego, playing for a guy who owns 13 McDonald's, including 2 on military bases, who's like the most right-wing guy, very interesting guy. I ended up going to London and playing there. There's 2 in North Carolina that I'm still trying to organize this. I've had calls with the, you know, publicity group for McDonald's Europe and on and on. But the reason why I'm standing in front of you right now is because there was a woman who saw this article in the New York Times webpage about what I'm doing at McDonald's, and she wrote an article about it for a Polish newspaper that was advice for people that are going from Poland to New York City. Here's the kind of weird, quirky, interesting thing to check out if you're visiting New York. So my friend emailed this to me. I did not know what on earth this, I mean, I did not know this language. It's Andrew Shapiro, Hamburger, McDonald, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I know what this is about, but this is about it. I found her, I tracked her down. She's an older woman. She's like 75 years old. We became very close friends when she came to New York, and she introduced me to younger people, photographers, journalists, and other people in New York that they were spending some time in New York, and now they've moved back to Poland. So I became friends with these people, and I got opportunities through them. So, you know, this McDonald's thing led to me standing here right now. This is my 3rd time playing in Poland. I'm playing other, you know, concerts around the country for the next couple weeks. So that's basically it. I'll just play a few pieces if you'll indulge me, and then if you want to talk to me later, just find me. Oh, one last thing I want to say is that I have, you know, the new iPhone, and it's not that hip, I can assure you. But but I don't have I just have my friend lend me a phone, and so I don't have the cell phone service that I normally have in America. So I said to my friend, like right before I got on the train in Warsaw to come down here, I said, where can I get a Wi-Fi? And he said, oh, go to the mall that's next to the central station and go to the 3rd floor. There's a McDonald's there. You can get Wi-Fi there. So I said, okay. So I went up there. It didn't even dawn on me how like bizarrely strange it was that McDonald's like kind of came up again in this way, or not. Okay, so I'm gonna just shut up.
Thank you.
I don't know what I'm gonna play, but I'll. So this first piece is called Gosha. It's about a friend of mine. I figure I'm in Poland. I'll play this song. It's because it's called Gosha. I think you know this name here. And the second piece is called Mint Green, the color. You know, it looks like the ice cream. And I'm going to play one more little song, sticking with the Polish theme. It's called, and I'm going to mispronounce this, but Gajek. Gajek, it means like little forest. Because I was walking through a little forest with a couple people, and then I said, "Oh, this is like a cute little forest." And then my friends started laughing. I said, "What's so funny?" And then he said, "Oh, you know, her nickname is Gaia, Little Forest." So this is like walking through a little forest with Little Forest.